Hands off the lady. The boardroom was thick with tension. The city skyline glittered through the glass windows, but inside, the atmosphere felt suffocating. A half-dozen sharp-suited executives leaned forward like wolves closing in on prey. At the head of the table sat Elena Carter, a young CEO who had built her company with sweat, sleepless nights, and sheer determination. Today, she was cornered. The shareholders had turned, manipulated by a rival corporation intent on swallowing her life's work. Then the heavy doors opened. A tall, broad-shouldered man in a simple dark suit stepped inside. His presence silenced the room instantly, not because of his tailored clothes, but because of the calm authority radiating from him. His jaw was set, his eyes unflinching. He had the bearing of someone who had seen the worst life could throw and still stood unshaken. "Gentlemen," he said in a low, controlled voice. "Hands off the lady." Every head turned. Elena exhaled sharply in relief. Jack Dalton, her newly hired head of security, a single dad, and a retired Navy SEAL. She had met him just weeks ago, but somehow, she knew she could trust him. One of the board members scoffed. "This isn't about her safety. This is business." Jack stepped closer, his gaze cutting across the table like steel. "No. This is about intimidation. And I don't tolerate men ganging up on a woman who built this company from the ground up." For a moment, the wolves faltered. But the rival executive, Victor Lang, smirked. "And who are you, her bodyguard?" Jack leaned forward, his voice even quieter, more dangerous. "Ex-SEAL. And a father. Which means I don't back down, and I don't walk away when someone's under attack." The silence that followed was electric. Elena stood then, her spine straightening as if Jack's courage flowed into her. "You think you can scare me into signing over my company? You don't know me at all. And you don't know him." Victor sneered, ready to fire back, when the double doors opened again. A young girl no more than 8 years old peeked in shyly. Jack's daughter, Lily. She had been sketching quietly in the lobby, waiting for her dad. Now she clutched a piece of paper, eyes wide at the sight of so many strangers. Jack crouched instantly, his hardened expression softening into something gentle. "Hey, sweetheart. Everything okay?" She nodded and held out her drawing. "I made this, for Miss Carter. Because you said she was really brave." The boardroom froze. Elena's throat tightened as she accepted the paper, crayon lines forming a picture of her standing tall, a sun shining behind her. Jack stood again, towering but calm. "See, Victor, even my daughter recognizes real strength. Maybe you should, too." The executives shifted uncomfortably. The hostile takeover they had engineered suddenly seemed cowardly, small in the face of something so human. Elena's voice rang clear. "This meeting is over. If anyone here believes in vision and integrity, you'll stand with me. If not, there's the door." One by one, the board members rose. Some left in shame. Others, inspired, remained by her side. The balance shifted, and for the first time that day, Elena realized she wasn't fighting alone. As the room cleared, she turned to Jack. Her eyes shone with gratitude. "You didn't just protect me. You reminded me who I am." Jack gave a small smile, glancing at Lily, who was now humming softly by the window. "Sometimes, we all just need someone in our corner." And for Elena, that moment changed everything.